My bad, y'all had to come back in. So what I've been noticing about the way I've been living, right? I've been paying highly exclusive attention to the animals and the way that they live. Cause it be some days, bro, I don't have money in my pocket. It be some days I don't have food. You know what I'm saying? So I pay attention to the animals, right? And I remember it was a month ago. I had very bad digestive issues and stuff like that, right? Because I did get poisoned as well. And I was living back then in Zen Palette, you know what I'm saying? And I was paying attention to all the animals that come back there because they all came back there and they talked or something, right? So one day I saw the rabbit come back there and the rabbit was just chewing on these leaves, right? But I didn't know you could really eat these leaves. I didn't know these leaves was real great for digestive issues. But I always knew that because I had a dog back in the day before Katrina, right? And I always asked my uncle, I'm like, "Uncle, why that dog always go outside eat the grass?" He was like, the animals eat the grass when their stomach messed up or something like that. And I asked him, I was like, "Why they stomach messed up?" He was like, "Shit, probably the dog food." And I was like, "Well, shit, you know, what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go too far in that rabbit hole." But so yeah, man, I'm paying attention to the rabbit eat the leaves, right? And I already knew that the leaves that the rabbit was eating was blackberry leaves, right? So I didn't know that the blackberry leaves was great for digestive issues. You can see in my glasses I got a gang stalker, but they see I'm making the video, so they ain't trying to be on camera. But just look into my eyes and you'll see all the weird ass shit going on. But anyway, we gonna focus on the topic at hand, right? So yeah, man, I'm watching the rabbit tear these motherfucking leaves up, right? That's on the blackberry tree. But this was before the blackberry tree was even producing any fruit. Now it's producing fruit, but I'm not even in Seattle no more, bro. That's when I was in Washington, right? So when I was down bad, I ain't had enough to take care of myself. Nigga, I took a handful of leaves and I made my tea with them. And then I doubled back. And I think I had like a little rice and cabbage or something like that. I had put the leaves in my cabbage, bro, to make the cabbage more enriched and help with my digestive system, right? And then so boom. If you pay attention to what's going on in nature, you understand what I'm saying? If you pay attention to the animals, then your life will be better. And what the animals do, dog? I know you was like, what the hell does it have to do with digestive leaves and blackberry trees and shit like that? The animals are a higher dimension than us, whether motherfuckers want to admit it or not. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't got to go to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? They don't got to go to the bank and they don't got to go to the hospital because they in alignment to the T. The animals are the entities that's in the fullest alignment if you pay attention to what's around you. Besides the niggas that's in Petco and PetSmart, you feel me? Nah, I say this to say that. See, the animals are full of Viggy and Vibby. They vigorous and they vibrant. They full of life force and they full of energy, right? What's one thing that 99% of animals do? They don't got corn hub. They don't got pixels. They don't got lot lizards. You hear me? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, every animal kingdom, they probably do got a couple holes in that bitch, boy. You hear me? Hey, but there's a hole, there's a shovel. You gonna dig in or dig out. You hear me? But I'm saying this, dog, to say that is that, bro, the animals practice life force essence, celibacy, brahmacharya, being a Brahman themselves. You understand what I'm saying? They respect their life force essence and they move everything in a specific cadence. You know what I'm saying? Everything in a rhythm, in the right pattern. You understand what I'm saying? And that's something that I noticed, man. You got to become like the animals. but master your animalistic nature. You understand what I'm saying? And me being in nature with the animals, dog, they show me so much and they give me so much information and shit like that. Like, okay, it was this one bird, bro. It brought me to this tree. I followed it, right? And then I started looking at the tree. But the tree only talked to me at certain times, right? I think it was like between the hours of 1 to 4 o'clock. So I had walked past this tree to go charge my phone and shit up. And the tree started talking to me. And then I looked at the tree. I looked in the tree and I saw faces in that bitch. And I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? We gonna break this shit down to another level, dog. Trees don't have no goddamn pixels. Trees don't got Cornhub. You know what I'm saying? The trees are utilizing their life force essence for their roots or for their fruits. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the same thing that happens when you utilizing this life force essence. You can use it for your fruits or for your roots. When you go take it and you use the nutrients for the roots, the whole tree grow, the body grow. You get bigger, better stature, better posture. You know, you can hit more push-ups, especially when you got that consistency and you staying persistent. You know what I'm saying? And when you not counting the days, you heard me, but you making the days count, bro, you watering your fruits and your roots simultaneously, because the thing, a beautiful thing about a tree is that it grows 2 times in 2 different ways at once. You understand what I'm saying? You know different than that. You could just get a passport and an ID and put some gas in the car. You could go on about your business and go on about your way. You know what I'm saying? You are walking signature of energy. You understand what I'm saying? And paying attention to the animals, dog, paying attention to nature will give you more of an explanation about your nature and living in your natural standpoint. That's why the world is the way it is and things going the way it is, because a lot of motherfuckers then got off the Akkadian rhythm. You know what I'm saying? They homeostasis level was strode off. You understand what I'm saying? From all these different stimulants, overstimulating, and then probably not stimulating yourself with the regular stimulants that we used to. You're getting stimulated by a cell phone that runs off of negative electricity. Not no negative ions. That's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So taking this practice into consideration, man, the animals is the teachers. And what I was taught was, hey, bro, everything in seasons and everything's a reason. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they still breathing. You know what I'm saying? Think about a fox, a horse that just, even the horses, bro, even the horses, like race horses, they practice celibacy too. The owners of the race horses make them practice celibacy, right?
Attention, the terminal, this is a gate change announcement. If you're on flight 818 with service to Boston, you do get on departure will be gate 508. Once again, this is a gate change.
You see all the weirdos in my glasses, bro?
If you're on Temple flight 818 with service to Boston, you do get on departure will be gate 508. Please note the gate change.
But like I was saying though, right? What time it is? The horses, the owners of the horses make them practice celibacy, right? And then once they running Korean shit over with like that, then they breed. You understand what I'm saying? Then they breed, so they could pass those genetics on to the next generation. You understand what I'm saying? I used to watch horses and shit with my aunt, cause he like horses. I like them too now, off the strength. But we'll sit down and we'll watch the horses at the Derby and shit on the TV. I think I probably went to the Derby a couple times in the rodeo, but normally we'll just watch it on TV and shit. And he'll teach me so much shit about the horses, but he was saying it in subliminal, subconscious ways. He was like, yeah, too. You know why these horses are the greatest horses? Because they not oozing out the ooze. These race horses, they got a strict diet, aka they eat. I don't want to say a diet because you know that's diet, but they got a strict lifestyle. What they eat, they work out. You know what I'm saying? They got doctors come and check on them, etc., etc. The same thing you should be doing in your calibration. You understand what I'm saying? But you are the owner of the horse, the race horse, which is your body. You understand what I'm saying? You got to realize that every race is not worth you participating in. You know what I'm saying? Who could get the most hoes, the baddest hoes, and you know what I'm saying? Keep up with the Jetsons. That's the races we ain't really fucking with. You know what I'm saying? The only race we in is against our old selves. You know what I'm saying? The stats we got a couple years, couple months, couple weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? Like always surpassing ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And in order to surpass your old self, to beat your old time, bro, you gotta be saving that life force essence. You gotta be paying heed and moving just like the animals do. You know what I'm saying? It's a season, it's a reason for everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, they just want to come over here and just harvest energy and shit. You see these weirdos and shit? Then they be doing that. Look up, look down, look up, look up, look down, look around shit. Like him right there in my eyes right there. Look at this fool, bro. Why should he just do buku clown shit? Hit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to flash me in my eye with whatever little light that was. Look at him just standing, bro. Hit. Weird shit, bro. But see, when you like them, you gonna be doing behaviors and doing weird shit like them. They brains not even wired the same way it was supposed to be wired. Overstimulants, eating too much sugar, too much bread, not working out, not worrying about the next man. That's why you'll never be a racehorse. You'll just be the horse that be in the stock. You know what I'm saying? You know, just the horse on the land. That's it. You was in spirit, the horse that refused to be broken. You understand what I'm saying? Your spirit will not be broken when you feed your spirit. But when you're not feeding your spirit and you feeding others your spirit, you could easily be broken. You understand what I'm saying? Welcome to the new world, man. Welcome to my world, my way of living. Bro, I pay attention to what the animals eat, bro. Soon, a lot of people gonna realize they wasted their whole lives chasing money, but don't even know who they are. You understand what I'm saying? See that life force essence, dog. That shit, that's the juice, dog. That's the shit that gets you to get to the top of Kami's lookout. What's Kami's lookout? Activating the crown chakra, the first eye, the third eye, knowing, having knowledge of self. Think about how many people don't even know Kami's lookout even exists. That's because they stand in the lower chakras. See, in order to get the Kami's lookout, you have to be able to be a master of mind, master of chi, master of ki, or at least willing to learn. You understand what I'm saying? And most people not willing to do that, bro. They not willing. They rather eat the animals instead of eat the wisdom from the animals. You know what I'm saying? And then when they eat the animals, they eat the negative energy of the animals and learn not much or nothing. And they think, they like, yeah, when you eat animals, you are what you eat. You get some of their powers and shit to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? But hey, true power comes from building that within yourself, your own reservoir, respecting your seasons with the reasons. You understand what I'm saying? Paying heed to the animals because they teach us everything, bro. It's gonna be a time where either you're gonna get the slab or the jab to go inside that lab and eat that fake ass shit. No seeds, Monsanto, Bill Gates ass shit. When me, I'm gonna continue to pay attention to the animals. They teaching me a lot of things, you know. Like for example, dog, you know, birds like taking baths in dirt. That's a good thing. Most people say that's nasty, that's trifling or dirty. Yeah, because there's a lot of minerals and vitamins in that. You understand what I'm saying? So pay attention to your own biological clock, bro. Pay attention to the patterns the way things operate will give you a alleviation of your lifestyle and how to live, and also make a lot of things make sense to you, because a lot of things that's not making sense because everybody wanted to cash out on shit that didn't make sense. When they had their 2 cents, they gave it. They bought artificial intelligence. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't want to be no chatty patty, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, thrashing on the cash app. You know what I'm saying? Just stick it to your nature will keep everything in your life natural for you. But when you step out of alignment and you're not in your nature, then nothing's gonna be going natural for you. Especially when we living in a society where, you know what I'm saying, AI, these robots won't control everything. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no nanobite technology in the natural way of living. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. You understand what I'm saying? Once again, if you're traveling on flight 59 to Kingston, get a purchase. Pay attention to your nature, and everything will go right, bro. Because the animals are fucking wise. They are smart, bro, and they're here to teach us and show us if you pay attention. Because if not, it's gonna cost you. Live like the animals, but master your animalistic nature.